What's up, everybody? Jay here with Jay's Backyard Cooking, and today we're going to get into something different that you've never seen on my channel before. Fish tacos. So I'm going to go over the seasoning real quick that I'm going to use. I'm just going to make a homemade seasoning. I'm going to call this kind of a Mexican style fish taco. I have the taco seasoning that you've seen before on my channel. I've got some ground cumin, some chili powder, some pepper, some salt. With that, I bought just a small bag of coleslaw kit. I'm gonna make the wet part of this myself. Got a little bit of pico de gallo, of course, corn tortillas, and 2 catfish fillets. Yes, catfish, we're using catfish today. So I'm gonna get changed, I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna get the gas grill cleaned up, and we'll be back. All right, as you can tell, I got that cleaned up, changed. I'm sweating a little bit, it's hot outside. All right, we're gonna start with the coleslaw. That way we can get it put in the fridge to keep cool. I'm only gonna make about half of this bag. The other half we're gonna save for tomorrow's dinner. But this is a real simple process. Just eyeball the mayonnaise to your likeness, a little bit of ACV, and then a little bit of pepper. Mix it all together and put it up. Like I said, probably about half of this bag is probably still too much, and it comes with its own sauce in there. I'm not going to use that. Like I said, I like to make my own, just exactly to my liking. And then the rest we're going to put up for tomorrow. And then with that, some ground pepper to taste. There's not going to be any measurements as far as this goes. Just however much or however little you like. With the ACV, can be a little overpowering. So just about yay much. It doesn't take much. Duke's mayo, probably gonna go 1 scoop, 2 scoops. Let's do 3 scoops of the mayo. We don't like the coleslaw real watery. We thought about buying it already pre-made from HEB. That kind that you've seen on my channel before, but that typically seems to be a little more watery than we would like, especially for fish tacos. We want something kind of more on the drier side. So that's probably perfect right there. 3 spoonfuls, just a little bit of ACV, just to give it a little bit of tanginess, and then a little bit of pepper. That is it. Perfect coleslaw and perfect dishes that we can throw away. We'll get this wrapped up in some plastic wrap, put it in the refrigerator, and then I'll come back with the simple seasoning of the catfish. So with the catfish, what I plan to do is I have these little throwaway screen type thingamajigs for the grill so that the fish doesn't fall through the actual grate. I'm gonna spray this down with the only spray that I have is butter spray. It really doesn't matter what you have, just spray something down, try to keep the fish from sticking to it. And then I just put down a sheet of foil paper. That way just kind of minimize the mess that I got going on over here. And one thing I can tell you that with the ground cumin is be real careful with how much you put on it, because that can really be overpowering and there's no coming back from that. I think the star of the show today is gonna be this taco seasoning. That's what's gonna make it the Mexican taco. So here you have it, 2 beautiful catfish fillets. I'm gonna spray the top down. I'm gonna spray each side of those with butter as well, just acting kind of as a binder. And then again, I haven't said it in a while, but everything that I cook sometimes sounds like an instructional manual, but I'm really not telling you how to do it or showing you how to do it. I'm just giving you more of what I do. So just keep that in mind when you're watching these videos. You can omit any of these seasonings. If you don't like one of them, don't use it. A little bit of chili powder, just very little. And then again, the cumin, very little. I'm only gonna put cumin on one side. We'll pat that down, flip them over, spray this side down. Again, just as a binder, it doesn't need much. And then sprinkle it all down. And that is it. Again, not using the cumin powder on this side just because, I mean, it's that overpowering and I don't use it very much in my recipes, so I don't wanna overdo it and then we have to go out for burgers. So that is it, quick and simple. I'm gonna get the gas grill fired back up. I'm gonna get the tortillas on there, put them in my Mexican tortilla warmer thingamabob here. And then after that, I'll get the fish put on. Like I said, I'm gonna leave them in this basket And I'm gonna flip them one time, and then I'll pull. Outside, there's really not much to show. I'm just gonna throw the tortillas on there, flip them over a couple of times. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I finally took down the torn up canopy that was up here on top. I still have the frame up. The sunshade that was covering the backside of it, I just picked it up and drug it over more on the top. The sun is directly this way, so that way just kind of keep me out of the sun. But it's a hot one out here. Yes, I'm using tongs to flip the tortillas. Don't laugh at me. All right, got those out of the way. Find my spatula, my Blackstone spatula. I have the heat turned all the way down. Now I'm just gonna slide this off directly over the heat, just like that. And close it up. We're gonna let it ride for a little bit. I'm looking for an internal temperature of about 145, 150, somewhere around there. One thing to remember too, that fish doesn't take very long to cook, so don't distract yourself with doing other things. You have to be by it, make sure that you're keeping an eye on it. It's only been in there probably 3 minutes by now. I turned the video off and turned it back on. So let's check it real quick and see where we're at. See, we're already at 72 on the bigger piece and 76 on the smaller piece. So this is ready to flip. That's the first side. Get some really great color. 70 more degrees to go. All right, we got them up to temp. We're gonna pull them. I have my fine china here, wrapped in some foil paper. Just gonna put them on there and get them inside. Let's make some tacos. I say all the time, hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that bell so you know every time I upload a new video. We'll see you next time.